glorious vanguard.
Knowledge born.
Yeah.
United front.
Tell it.
What you want, what you want, what you want.
To the Knowledge Radio.
We in here. What you got? Dot.
Work hard as a slave to one day be your savior. The wave unwavering. This is a labor of love. Rise with a purpose every day. Invigorated. If we were on TV, we'd be 10 times syndicated. If we waited for validation, a paycheck or accolades, we'd be starved, already lost or ran away. But when you're square solid and your circle too, you don't need a place for silence. The concept is conquered through media, not areas of people activity. A mix that don't lose ethnicity, tightness that don't lose elasticity. Explicitly, this isn't where we give the novice regard. Nah, this is where knowledge is born. Last time that I checked, I'm undefeated. Deliver edicts, can't resist when the gods build and manifest freedom. When lines get crossed, they may push a loss, cause they get handed a check. We kick a can and cancel your cancerous gestures. A prophet vision, precision, the prescription for the sickness is to inoculate your fate with the winning. Arrogant beginnings turn to humble endings. And UF with KBA is a win-win. 1K, 1K.
All right. We live. Peace and Black Power family. Welcome to another episode of Knowledge Radio. Place for Knowledge Born. It's your host, Knowledge Born a lot. We got the mastermind of the mastermind. Okay, we went all the way down to that great state of Louisiana and got us a divine mind that is here to share a message of empowerment, a message of compassion and love. This is the first day of Black History Month, so happy Black History Month to everybody. So let's bring on the Empress herself, Empress Key, CEO of KeeKonnect. How you feeling? Welcome to the show.
I'm feeling well. Thank you for the warm welcome. I'm excited to be here.
I'm talking about. Glad to have you here. And shout out to my sister, my quality queen, for the referral. Okay, that's that media collaboration working at its finest. So, how you feeling on this fine day? How 2021 been treating you so far?
2021 has been great to me so far. Today has been great. I don't have any complaints. I'm looking for the best yet to come.
Okay. So let's start with the introduction. Let the family know who you are, and we can go from there.
Well, my name is Kewanda, and I affectionately go by the name of Key. I'm originally from New Orleans, but I'm currently residing in Houston, Texas. I am a mother. I am an author. I am a speaker. I'm an educator. I created a brand called the Conversations with Kee, where I have conversations that matter. And I have an event called the Networking and Conversations with Kee Party, where I bring people together to network and to have stimulating conversations.
So what was it about this particular field of communication and connecting people with them key connections that you provide that got you started, got you interested?
Well, actually, I've been connecting with people since I was a little kid. I'm just passionate about meeting people, passionate about having conversations with people. And I just love just connecting and organizing and getting people together. So it actually really just divinely fell into my lap. I wasn't looking to get into it, but I actually had a partnership with 3 other people where we were putting together these conversations parties. Due to some different things, we decided to dissolve the partnership. But I was so excited about, the events, and I love the conversation parties, and I love getting people together. So I decided to keep it going, and I created the Conversations with Kee Party, the Networking and Conversations with Kee Party. But as I ran around the city of Houston and I started seeing, being a part of the networking scene, because I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a business owner, I started seeing that people were at networking events and they were doing everything except really connecting with one another. And I was like, wow, there has to be a better way than this. So I created KeeKonnect to provide a resource for people to connect to resources, opportunities, and one another. So for me, it's passion and purpose. That's why I'm in this communication field.
So, what are some key takeaways if you have to list a couple of them, so far for you in regards to bringing people together that you could share with us?
For number one, make it fun. I absolutely hate boring events. Number two, definitely have a purpose. Get people together, rally them around for, some kind of theme. Number three, great food. I'm from New Orleans, okay? I mean, great food is our staple. We have to have great food. Number four, have great conversations. Have conversations that matter. And five, be open to enjoying and meeting people. Be free. Go in there with love. Definitely sprinkle the ingredient of love and an overflow at your event.
Okay, okay. So we all done went to parties, we all done went to events, and everybody cool. They holding up the wall. They don't need to be holding up. You understand what I'm saying? And then you add in these devices right here that become real divisive. How do you transcend those normal stigmas that's associated with people coming together? A good room full of people, like you said, you've been to some places and ain't see that. What makes that key connection event different? What do you incorporate, bring people together to get them cool guys or girls off the wall, and then get people to start to mingle and introduce themselves, and stop this, because it's just it's all of that. You understand what I'm saying? So if you can share some of that with us, some tips.
Well, for number one, at my events, and not just my networking events, it's events that I organize on any scene, whether it's for a family member, a friend, or just a get together, book club. I always create my own games for people to connect. For number one, like I say, I have to have that fun element to it. Two, I create scenarios for you to connect with people, because people, like you said, you're fighting with so many distractions now. You're fighting with the cell phones, you're fighting with the TV, you're fighting with this. So I create opportunities for people to intentionally connect. Three, like I said, me, me. I'm the fun girl. I'm the lively person there. I'm the one around connecting, talking to people. I believe in pulling people out of their shells at my events. Um, so I can say I'm a big part of that. And then, like I said, making people feel warm and feel comfortable and want to connect with one another. And like I said, dancing, music. I always have a great selection of music. I cannot have an event that doesn't have some kind of music element to it. So just making people feel welcome, then intentionally create an opportunity for them to connect, and then me connecting with everyone in the room, and also making it fun with some creative stuff.
Okay, that's wonderful. You know, we the life of the party wherever we go. Okay, it
You
was
gotta be.
supposed to be something, but it didn't start till we walked in. You know what I'm saying? So yes. Okay, so let's transition over to writing. You're an author. So at what age and what motivation? What were you reading? Who were you reading that inspired you to write?
Well, I've always been a reader since I was a kid. I absolutely adore books. I was always a bookworm. Um, and I read because I just was excited about just reading. First of all, before I started reading, I always, like I told you, I've always been interested in people. So I always enjoyed hearing people's life story, people telling me. Then in school, of course, I was introduced to books. I started reading. I was passionate about books. I would say my favorite author, excuse me, my favorite book is The Color Purple. My all-time favorite book. I just enjoyed that. Now, writing, to be honest with you, you know how I got to the journey of writing this book that I have now. I never set out and said that I wanted to be a writer. It was actually something that I did. I used to write a blog called Uplifting Impact, and I was doing it through Facebook, and I was sending it to people. And I mean, people went wild over it. They was always responding like, wow, like, you're sending me some really good stuff. And I was like, really? You know, I just was writing what I feel, and people were responding to it. And so I began to realize, you know, I'm always having these thoughts in my head. I'm always inspired to write something. And every time I write something and I put it out to the world, people always respond. So I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna write a book. I actually have like 3 or 4 unfinished books on my computer, which is crazy, you know, which I'm sure is not crazy for the typical writer. And I said, you know what? I really want to finish a book, but I want this particular book to be of purpose. So that's how I got into writing this book, which is my book that I currently got out printed, which is called Stop Networking and Start Network, a 30-day guide to building profitable relationships. So I said I want to share something with people. I want to share something that I'm passionate about, that I enjoy doing, and something that I would enjoy writing, because my book is a self-guided book, but it's my experiences, my key experiences. I'm telling you exactly what I did, practical stuff that I did that you can use. So I could just say writing just something that, like I said, I never said I wanted to be a writer. It's just something that I discovered that I can do and people related to. So I say, hey, let me take it to the next level. So that's how this book came about.
That's amazing. I got to get a couple copies of the book.
Yeah.
Where can people get the book? Can they get it direct? Can they get it directly from you?
Yes, they can. They can order a book at www.KeeKonnect.com. Go to the website, click on store, and where it says book, click on the book, and it'll be shipped right to you. I'm currently signing books. So if you get a copy of my book, it's going to be autographed with my signature. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I need an autograph one. I'm be like, I know Miss Key, okay? Y'all don't know Miss Key like I know Miss Key. I need to give
Yes.
you my autograph, okay?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. All right. So, how did you become a motivational speaker? What was that path like?
Once again, it was a path that was discovered. Now, I always enjoyed, like I said, I enjoyed communicating with people, having conversations with people. And I never forget when I was in high school, there was a contest, the Martin Luther King Jr. contest, where we had at my whole high school, where we had to write our own version of I Have a Dream speech. So I wrote the speech, and I won, and I got to represent my whole high school, and I had to go compete with other kids around the Orleans Parish District to give my speech. And when I noticed that I would give my speech, the crowd went wild. So it was like something else that I discovered that I can do, just based on just getting out there and doing it, and people's reaction. So that's how I became speaking. And every time someone hear me speak, I was like, man, you're a powerful speaker. And I enjoy speaking. I enjoy talking to people. And something about me lights up when I do it. I be nervous before I do it. Don't get me wrong. But when I do it, it just lights up. So once again, it's something just like it's like almost, to be quite honest with you, the writing and the speaking is something I never set out to do. I never looked at myself as a writer or speaker until I started doing it, and the reactions from people. And I discovered I liked it. I was like, I love this. So it's literally like all of my gifts line up together, because to be honest with you, the thing about people who write and speak and have gifts that are not tangible, sometimes you struggle. Because I always like, well, why I don't have I can't do a lot of tangible gifts. And I used to always question, like, God, why I can't discover my gifts? Why aren't they tangible? Like people who can do hair, people who can sew, mechanics, those are gifts with their hands that are very obvious. But when you have intellectual gifts like I have, excuse me, like writing, speaking, negotiating, people skills, you don't even think about that because they're not as pushed as much because you can't see them. So for me, it's like as I began to discover purpose and different things, I started seeing like, wow, I have all these gifts, and it all just started coming together. So there you have it.
Well, it's motivation on both sides if you think about it. The person who shows their gifts and their talents with their hands, they still need to go talk to somebody. You see what I'm saying? They still need an outlet to be able to be vulnerable enough or open enough to tell somebody it's like. So they
Right.
had to learn this skill and then see the other aspects of those skills. And this is where you come in. You provide a service to bring, you could bring a whole bunch of mechanics together. You see what I'm saying? And then you wouldn't even know who's in the room till the people start speaking. And then they
But
glean from that experience because it's a shared experience in that craft. And then these other crafts, all of these other crafts started within and then they come without. So the same thing you're doing, you're providing the same way and avenue to be able, for people to see things in themselves that they didn't. You just don't have to use these kind of tools. You have another tool belt to give them and to provide those intangibles as tangible. You see what I'm saying? So they could be the best mechanic, the best, person doing the hair, the nails, whatever it is. You provide them with those skills to look at their situation and what they provide to people in another kind of way. So hence those key connections you provide.
oh yeah, the key, and that's the thing about it. My people skills and my love for people have always got me key connections among people. It started when I was 5 years old, to be quite honest, probably before then. Um, I never forget when I was 5 years old, I was out on a field trip. Now I grew up in New Orleans in public housing, the projects. And at my elementary school, I never forget my teacher, Miss Paisho. We were out on a field trip, literally at a park on a bench, and it just dropped in my spirit to ask her if I can go stay by her house. And I went and asked her, and she told me yes. And at 5 years old, I went and stayed by my teacher's house for 2 weeks. I got to have dinner with her family. I mean, she showed me all type of different things. And at 5 years old, this woman just took a liking to me and brought me. And that's just truly been my journey throughout my whole entire life. You know, because of the love and the way that I'm able to connect with people, it's created a multitude of key connections for me, which I call key connections, and that's KeeKonnection. I say key connections are people who believe in you and are willing to do whatever they can to make you win. And my secret ingredient is always love. The love that I have for people and the way that I know how to show people to feel value, and I know how to add value to people. Now, I'm not doing this with no strategies in mind. I don't have no motives. It's just who I am, and it resonates with people. And that's truly my number one gift, my way of knowing how to love on people and how to make people feel value. And in turn, it's created a lot of people who believe in me and want to do whatever they can to help me win.
Now, this interesting title for your book, it said, stop networking and start net worthing. Can we go into that concept? Because I love it. From the time that I heard it, I was like, I can't wait till she get on the show so I can ask her about, stop networking and start net worthing. Can we get into that? The idea behind that.
Well, The idea behind that actually was a collaboration with a young lady named L'Oreal, who has a who wrote a book called A Woman with a Vision. Actually, one day I was on one of her courses, and she actually dropped the title out there, and I was like, wow, because I said, well, I want to write a book about networking. I want to teach people about networking because I've been doing it all my life, you know. And she was like, and she dropped the title out there. Actually, I have to give her credit for it. And I picked up for it because this is the thing. Keep in mind that I explained to you that I was going out to networking events and the vibe wasn't good. And I saw that a lot of people weren't really making connections. So this is the thing. Networking is just connecting with people. You can go out and network with thousands of people, but are you going to create a profitable relationship with them? When you create a profitable relationship by doing different things and steps that I'll tell you about in my book, then you begin to start networking. Networking is when you and that person, it's a valuable relationship for you and that person. Networking is just that. I mean, I could meet 1,000 people, but we may not never see each other again. But when you network, connect with someone, it turns into a profitable relationship, and it can lead to a key connection. Then it becomes networking. So it's an asset. It's like people. You become a networking is when you become an asset in someone's life, and they become an asset in your life. And y'all add value to one another. I hope that makes sense.
Make perfect sense. So, if you could give us one of the elements to making a profitable relationship, I know everybody they had to read the book to get the rest of the information. we get one example, one of those key elements that's necessary to create a profitable relationship.
Okay, one of the key elements to creating a profitable relationship that I wrote about in the book is I would say sow a seed to meet a need. You have to invest in people. You have to go into building profitable relationships with the mentality of what can I do or give to someone else. You have to be committed to providing value for someone. You can't just show up empty-handed, because if you show up looking to take, people are not going to gravitate towards you. They're going to give off the same energy you're giving off. You're going to come to take, and they're going to come to take. But if you show up with wanting to invest in them, wanting to add value to them, that's teaching them something, solving a problem for them, sowing some kind of seed into their life, that is going to create an atmosphere for people to want to begin to develop a relationship with you where they can be beneficial to you. So I would definitely say sow the chapter in my book, my page, that day that says sow a seed, meet a need, is definitely something that needs to happen in order for you to start building profitable relationships.
Yeah, I see the website www.KeeKonnect.com. Okay. So for the event planners and organizers out there, whether it's physical or it's virtual, just tell them a little bit about what they can expect. The audience, the event planners, the promoters, from a KeeKonnect speaking experience, and for those who might want to hire you for an event, one of those KeeKonnect events, what do what can they expect?
But number one, they can expect live after 5. Okay, when it's time for Key to show up, Key show up. If that party is dead and boring or needs some type of liveness, trust me, I'm coming to live it up. I'm talking about if I get into doing my segment with conversations with Key, where I'm facilitating, stimulating conversation, I'm gonna get the people talking, and they're not gonna want to leave. I promise you that. If they come to my event, my networking and conversations with Key event, they're gonna have a great time. They're gonna have fun, and they're gonna have stimulating conversations. If someone wants to hire me to speak, you're definitely going to be educated. You're definitely going to feel like you can relate to me. You're definitely going to be entertained, and you're definitely going to leave feeling like you gained something that you can take with you for the rest of your life.
Okay. Okay. So how do people reach you to book you for speaking engagements? And are you doing physical and virtual or either or?
Yes, I'm doing physical and virtual. People can contact me through www.keekonnect.com. They can reach me on Instagram at KeeKonnect on Instagram. They can reach me on Facebook at KeeKonnect. They can reach out to me on YouTube on my KeeKonnect channel. Those are definitely ways to reach me, to book me for speaking.
Okay, on your website, I see memberships and courses. Can we talk about those really quick?
Okay. I will be teaching some courses on how to effectively build profitable relationships. And I also will be launching the KeeKonnect um, Nation, which is the KeeKonnect, where I'm currently building a tribe of entrepreneurs and business owners who want to connect with other people, to go around helping other entrepreneurs as well as helping one another. And all of that will be launching this
Sounds
year.
amazing right there. Okay, 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 okay. We got to do like a book review. I got to get the book. We got to have you come back on. There's some people who actually, and we could do a little, you know, book club type of session where we share our thoughts on the
Yes,
writings and what you gave to us. Okay, so we hook that up.
yes.
Okay, got to hook that up. All right. So before we go, I want to ask you about balance and self care. You listed a lot of stuff you got going on. You're a very resilient sister. You see what I'm saying? Like you coming from New Orleans after Katrina and everything else happened, and basically starting over, and putting a lot of things together in view that wasn't normal for you. So balance and self care, how critical has that been in your life? And talk to the people, talk to us about that need for balance and self care.
Oh God, it's definitely a need for balance and self care. I'm connected to these beautiful ladies in Houston, called Project Butterfly Houston, and where we focus on self care. We focus on building our inner, as being a mother, an entrepreneur, uh, you know, it's definitely balance is needed. I was one of those women who did it all and wanted to do it all and got burnt out. So I had to refocus and get self care because I was not my best for myself as well as the people around me. So now, I do things, I take a little time out for myself to do self care because it's definitely needed. I mean, you cannot fully give of yourself to the world if you're not taking care of self. So I'm actually on a 30-day love yourself journey, which started on yesterday, um, through Project Butterfly, like I told me. And with that, I'm focusing on 30 days on how to love myself and care for myself in a better way. So that's definitely a journey that I'm on.
That's what's up. Hopefully you document so we could be on the journey with you vicariously. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's what's up. So, final thoughts, acknowledgments, shout outs, let them know where they can find you and book you one more time, social media and everything else.
Well, final thoughts and acknowledgments. I would like to thank everyone who took our time to watch this. I want to let you know that you are worthy of key connections. What are key connections? People who believe in you and who are willing to do whatever it takes to make you win. You are also worthy of profitable relationships. What are profitable relationships? Relationships that are beneficial to you and the other person. Definitely visit me at www.KeeKonnect.com. Excuse me. Follow me on Instagram at KeeKonnect. Subscribe and follow me on YouTube at KeeKonnect. Follow me on Facebook as well at KeeKonnect, and also connect with me on Instagram at ConversationswithKee. Definitely reach out to me at www.KeeKonnect, and you definitely can send me an email through contact information through the website to book me to speak. And definitely make sure you check out my book, Stop Networking and Start Networking, a 30-day guide to building profitable relationships. Definitely support me, and you won't be disappointed. And it's been so great. I truly enjoyed this interview.
All right, don't be a stranger. Like I said, to get that book, I'm gonna get that book today, and we can set something up for you to come back on, and we can share our thoughts.
Hey, I love it. I'm excited about it.
Well, you enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. Bye.
Hey, peace. All right, family. That was. Make sure y'all go to www.KeeKonnect.com and support our sister. Y'all see her energy, y'all see her love, her passion, and compassion for making key connections with people. And, that's a ball of energy. Powerful and impactful. So make sure y'all book her and support some of that divine feminine energy that is severely needed. So I'm done. We out of here. Catch us back live at 5. Every brother that's listening, every brother that will listen, a very interesting conversation will be had at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on Do Knowledge Radio with our elder, Halim Abdul Rahman. Y'all will want to be in the building. You understand? So catch us live at 5. It's your brother Knowledge Born on Do Knowledge Radio. Book your spotlight interview. Subscribe, share, donate. Let's connect. Let's connect and let's keep building. So for now, yeah.
Now we gonna tell them that in front. We tell them like this, yo. I'm an African. I'm an African. I'm an African. I'm an African. Yeah, y'all like that? No more. This man's mind is open. I'm an African. I'm an African. I'm an African. I'm a. Let's get back to the gritty.
And that motive is best developed by recognizing the common enemy.